Welcome back to our channel. Today we bring you a shocking update that has shaken both fans and the entertainment world. The prime suspect behind the tragic death of Yu Menglong has officially been arrested and is now facing a minimum sentence of 20 years in prison. Stay tuned as we uncover the full story, the background of the suspect, and the explosive reactions that are flooding social media. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the latest breaking news. The news that has sent shockwaves through fans and the entertainment industry alike has finally been confirmed. The suspect behind the tragic death of beloved actor Yu Menglong has officially been arrested. What seemed like endless speculation, whispers of cover-ups, and lingering questions has now turned into a chilling reality. Authorities have confirmed that the arrest is solid, the evidence is overwhelming, and the man once thought to be untouchable is now staring down the possibility of spending the next 2 decades, at minimum, behind bars. For millions of fans who adored Yu Menglong, this moment feels like both a tragic conclusion and a haunting new beginning. From the moment news of Yu Menglong's death broke, there was confusion. At first, details were scarce, the explanations vague, and the timeline of events muddled. Many refused to believe the story presented at face value. How could someone so young, so talented, and so full of life suddenly be gone without reason? Social media became a battlefield of emotions, tears, anger, disbelief, and above all, suspicion. People wanted answers. They demanded them. For months, theories swirled, investigations dragged on, and the truth seemed buried beneath a mountain of silence. But now the silence has shattered, and the truth, as devastating as it is, has emerged into the light. The suspect, whose identity had been carefully shielded for months, was finally named by authorities in a late-night press conference that left viewers stunned. Police revealed that the investigation had quietly gathered crucial evidence: phone records, witness testimonies, financial transactions that pointed to one individual with undeniable clarity. The confirmation that this person had a direct hand in Yu Menglong's untimely death was enough to cause a ripple of disbelief across the nation. Fans who had long suspected foul play felt both vindicated and broken. The very idea that the life of such a rising star could be stolen so cruelly was almost too much to comprehend. What makes this story even chilling is the motive. It wasn't random, nor was it a moment of reckless impulse. According to insiders close to the investigation, there were deep-rooted tensions, jealousy, and personal grudges boiling beneath the surface. Yu Menglong, known for his charm and undeniable talent, had been rapidly climbing to the top of the entertainment world. His success was meteoric, his fan base growing larger every single day, and his name beginning to reach international recognition. In the glittering world of fame, however, success often breeds enemies, and for Yu Menglong, that enemy was far closer than anyone dared to imagine. The suspect, sources say, had been plotting quietly, carefully, ensuring that every move was calculated to avoid detection. But in the end, it was arrogance that betrayed him. Tiny mistakes, overlooked details, and the determination of investigators piecing together the puzzle ultimately led to his downfall. The arrest was sudden, but behind it were months of relentless pursuit, officers refusing to give up until justice was served. The shocking twist? The suspect is said to have once been a trusted acquaintance, someone who moved in the same circles as Yu Menglong, someone who smiled in public while hiding a storm of envy and resentment behind closed doors. When police officers finally confirmed the arrest, the emotional response from fans was overwhelming. Online platforms exploded within minutes, hashtags related to the arrest trending worldwide. Some fans broke down in tears, unable to process the idea that their idol's death was not an accident, not a tragedy of fate, but a calculated crime. Others expressed fury, demanding the harshest possible sentence. A voice echoed across every platform. Justice must be served, no matter how long it takes. The legal road ahead will not be simple. Lawyers on both sides are preparing for a high-profile battle that could drag on for months, perhaps even years. But what is clear is that prosecutors are pushing for the maximum penalty. Given the severity of the crime and the mountain of evidence, the suspect faces a minimum of 20 years in prison. For many, even that does not feel like enough. The idea that someone could take away a life so full of promise and walk free in a mere 2 decades is unbearable. Yet for others, this sentence represents at least some measure of closure, a small piece of justice in a sea of grief. What makes this case so deeply unsettling is not only the crime itself, but what it represents. It is a stark reminder of the darker side of fame, of how jealousy and greed can twist even the closest of relationships into something monstrous. Yu Menglong's story was one of talent, dedication, and hope. He was more than just an actor. He was a symbol of possibility, proof that with perseverance and passion, dreams could come true. As the investigation deepens, new revelations continue to surface, painting a picture far more disturbing than anyone first imagined. According to insiders close to the case, detectives have uncovered layers of planning that suggest the suspect's actions were not spontaneous but meticulously orchestrated. There are whispers of hidden meetings, coded messages, and suspicious movements that all point toward a deliberate and chilling strategy to eliminate Yu Menglong from the spotlight. This revelation has left the public horrified because it means the tragedy wasn't a mere twist of fate, but the result of months of calculated malice. For fans who once believed in the innocence of those around Yu Menglong, this truth cuts especially deep. Betrayal has become the word that echoes across social media platforms. How could someone so close, someone trusted, turn into a monster? Wrote one fan on Weibo, her post gathering over 100,000 likes within hours. Another added, "We adored Yu Menglong because of his kindness, his humility. He gave his all to his craft, and this is how he was repaid? With jealousy and hatred?" These voices speak for millions who feel both grief and fury at the betrayal that snatched away their idol. The entertainment industry itself is now reeling. Agencies are tightening security for their stars, producers are issuing statements of sorrow, and actors who once shared the screen with Yu Menglong are stepping forward with heartfelt tributes. One co-star admitted during a live broadcast that she still finds it difficult to accept the truth. "I keep expecting to hear his voice when I walk on set. I keep thinking he will show up with his bright smile. The fact that he's gone because of this crime is unbearable." These confessions have only deepened the emotional impact of the case, highlighting how much Yu Menglong meant not just to his fans, but to the colleagues who worked beside him. Meanwhile, prosecutors are reportedly preparing a case so strong that defense attorneys may have little ground to stand on. Leaked documents suggest that evidence includes incriminating financial transactions, pointing to bribes, surveillance footage showing suspicious activity on the night of Yu Menglong's death, and digital records that trace back to the suspect's personal accounts. It seems undeniable, yet legal experts caution that high-profile trials often take unexpected turns. Don't underestimate the possibility of manipulation or attempts to delay justice, one analyst warned on national television. This caution has only intensified public determination to ensure that the process remains transparent and fair. Beyond the courtroom, the case has ignited discussions about the pressures of fame, the fragility of trust, and the dangers lurking in the shadows of stardom. Commentators argue that Yu Menglong's death should serve as a wake-up call, a reminder that celebrities, despite their glamorous lives, face unique vulnerabilities. The glare of the spotlight may highlight success, but it also attracts envy, malice, and sometimes violence. This chilling truth has left many questioning just how safe their favorite stars really are and what measures the industry must take to protect them in the future. For Yu Menglong's family, however, the trial and the media frenzy offer little comfort. His parents, who have remained largely silent since the tragedy, finally released a brief statement through their attorney. "We want justice for our son. We want the truth to be known. But more than anything, we want people to remember him for his smile, his kindness, and his love for his fans. He deserves so much more." The simplicity of their words pierced through the noise of speculation, reminding everyone that behind the headlines lies a family forever broken. Fans have taken those words to heart, launching initiatives in Yu Menglong's name. Scholarships, charity drives, and community projects are being organized across the country, each one dedicated to keeping his spirit alive. If he could not continue to spread joy through his performances, then we will carry his light forward in other ways, one fan club leader declared. These actions have transformed grief into something powerful, creating a legacy